I'm Rebecca.
I'm Brock.
Our son Brady will be 10 in a couple of weeks. He attends public school here in Coeur d'Alene. He was born July 26th, 2007. It was a great day. I mean, we had planned for Brady and we were so excited to meet him. We had about 2 weeks with Brady before he was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis after he was born.
The tunnel that we were in trying to deal with our son having this disease and the care that it required, and constantly learning about it and constantly going to doctor's appointments and learning about something new that we had to do, new treatment, new drugs, was really hard to deal with.
I had so much trouble accepting the diagnosis. And it wasn't until our Idaho legislature, when Brady was a baby, was considering a bill that would eliminate a copay assistance program for adults with cystic fibrosis here in Idaho. That was my first touch into advocacy. That was the first time that I realized, I was so caught up in just like keeping this baby alive. That was the first time that I realized that my lawmakers might be making decisions about his access to care and that they might not even know what cystic fibrosis is. And so that was my slap in the face out of my CF coma that I had been in. Then I started reaching out and speaking up and working on this, and that's when I got more involved with the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation and their advocacy efforts. We have been talking and building relationships with our lawmakers for years, and I know that they understand our story. And I am concerned deeply that they don't care about our story and that they have turned their back on families like mine. And that frightens me to my core, that we have been completely put away and given up on by our lawmakers here in Idaho, that I am just desperate to connect with my community. We're counting on our neighbors and our community to help us be a voice for our son and to help us force our lawmakers to actually represent families like ours. I need help to share our story so that we can continue moving forward, so that we can protect the progress that we've already made, and so we can move forward toward curing not just cystic fibrosis, but other genetic diseases as well. We have to invest in the people in our society.
You need to share this story because we're trying to put a face on healthcare. Our son is healthcare. And without putting a face on it, it will get cut, it will get dismantled, all sorts of bad things can happen, but we need your help, because if we put a face on it, it makes it a lot harder for our lawmakers to do the things that they're trying to do right now.
A couple of decades ago, kids with cystic fibrosis were not expected to live to attend elementary school. Before Brady had access to the medication that he has now, before it was approved by the FDA, listening to him, struggle to breathe and watching his disease progress and just wishing so desperately that there was something that we could do as his parents to help. And then our wish is granted. We have that medication in our hands, and it's the greatest day of my life that we get to finally help him. It feels like you're sort of watching your child drown from the shore, and that day we got to jump in and save him. And to think about, I don't know, I'm not even going to entertain the idea of him going without it or going back to the place where he struggles to breathe, because there's just there's no length that I wouldn't go to prevent that from happening.
I'm Brady, and I'm from Idaho. The type of healthcare that I think everyone deserves is even those with even those without disabilities, still deserve good health care, because without health care, everyone would be in the hospital. You can help me change health care, like you could go to Washington, D.C., like where I'm not very good at geography, but I'm pretty sure that's where the White House is. For those of you with CF out there, it would be good if you could share your story with the world, like I am currently doing. Curing CF is important to me because I don't have to feel different from the rest of the class that I'm in. I just don't want to feel different. I want to feel exactly the same.